What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am bringing the energy today because we're not going to be reviewing just one or two. We're going to be doing 3 fire New Balance collabs. For my longtime viewers out there, I will be doing a lot more of these types of videos where I review multiple sneakers in the same video. The sneakers will be similar to each other, like you're not going to see me reviewing a Zoom Romero 5 and an Adidas Samba in the same video. And if you clicked on this video, chances are you like New Balance. And I'm going to be talking about these 3 shoes. The New Balance 998 Double Taps, the Upthere Store collab on the 860 V2, and the collab between New Balance and Amine on the 740. So first things first, very quickly, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy this type of content, and of course hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping content just like this every single week. And of course make sure you are following me on IG. That's where I'm dropping the most amount of content every day on my stories, and I respond to every one of you who DM me on there, so give me a follow. So first, let's start off with this Double Taps New Balance 998. If you didn't already know, Double Taps is a streetwear brand from Japan that is known for their military inspired designs and high quality materials. They've already done 3 different collabs with New Balance, first on the 992, the 990 V2, and most recently on the 990 V6, and all 3 of these have been met with very strong demand. Resale prices on all 3 are pretty much through the roof, and every time I visit Japan, and I was just there this October, I can't help but notice just how popular New Balance is, specifically in Tokyo. I'm sure if someone actually did the research on this, we would have the data to back up what I'm saying. There's probably the most amount of New Balances per square kilometer in that city. The model that they've chosen this time is the 998. And once again, just like their previous work, they've proven that you don't really need to do too much to a sneaker to make it a hype sneaker. These did retail in Europe for a pretty high retail price, however, of 260 euros, which is honestly kind of absurd for a New Balance shoe, but that's what it was. And from a colorway point of view, I mean, a really clean and minimal looking sneaker here. They've used the most popular color on a New Balance, which is gray, and they've given us different shades of gray on the shoe. You have these lighter gray panels on the mud guard as well as the mid panels, and then on the heel you have a darker gray contrast. The heel is also where you see the only bit of Double Taps branding, where it says Double Taps Visual Up Armored. Not entirely sure what that means. I tried researching it, but I couldn't really find much info. But the branding is very minimal, and in my opinion, this just looks way better than the heel on the 990 V6, which had USA written on there in really big letters, and I know that turned off a lot of people, including myself. It just looked a bit out of place. The tongue on this sneaker is done in a pebbled leather, which is quite standard actually for the 998. It's a nice soft leather, and you have the 998 logo there embroidered in a navy blue color. For the laces, you have these standard gray laces here, which look pretty great on the shoe, of course, but if you want to switch things up, they also give you some white laces here if you want a bit of contrast on your shoe. I have to say, even though it is extremely subtle, I do like this hit of navy on this TPU panel on the side here. And one thing I have to say, which isn't obvious just from looking at the shoe, is just how good this quality is. I mean, this leather is just absolutely butter. This suede just feels ridiculously soft. Like, they definitely used a higher cut of suede on the shoe compared to most other New Balances I felt. You wouldn't possibly complain about the quality on the shoe once you have them in hand. As far as sizing goes, I got this in my true size, which is a US 11, and honestly I hadn't worn a pair of 998s before to really know which size to get, and these do fit quite big, especially in the toe area. There's just a ton of room there. It feels and kind of even looks like quite a long shoe, so I would definitely suggest going down half a size here. I'm getting a bit of heel slippage as well as that room in the toe box, so definitely true to size for me is a bit too big. Even if you have wide feet, I think you can easily go down half a size here. Maybe that has something to do with the leather on this pair as well, just because it's so soft. Like I said, the shoes definitely feel quite big, so make sure you're going down half a size here. And from a comfort point of view, it has that absorb cushioning, which is incredibly comfy, although it's nowhere near as comfy, for example, to me than like a 990 V6, which for me is just like a next level of comfy compared to all of the other 900 series shoes. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you guys think about this New Balance 998 Double Taps collab? Did you guys grab a pair? Alright, now moving on. Speaking of brands that have had a pretty good collabing history with New Balance so far, how about Australian retailer Upthere Store? They've had some great pairs with New Balance already. On the 2002 R, the original one especially, I thought was super fire. They also had this 1906 R. They went for a much more minimal approach with that one. And then just a few weeks ago, ago, we saw their original colorway on the 860 V2, which was the 2000s Tropes colorway, I believe that's what it was called. They were pretty heavy with the lime green tones on that one. Personally, now this was just me, I really wasn't feeling that colorway at all. It's just, I guess, just personal preference, not colors I really like. And then surprisingly, Upthere Store announced a second pair, which seemed like it just came up out of nowhere. There was not really any promo behind it, and that is this Blossom pink colorway. It launched on the Upthere Store website. You had to know the password to be able to access it. I saw that Sneaker Freaker had posted the password on their Instagram page, so I was able to very easily log in, grab the shoes with no problem. I've actually ordered from Upthere Store many times in the past, and as someone living in the EU, you do have to pay a bit of customs, but it's really not that much. So with this pair, with shipping, it was around 160 euros, and on top of that, I had to pay an extra 22 euros in customs, which is really low compared to other countries. I've always had similar experiences when ordering from other Australian retailers. There's just not too much in custom fees. Now the 860 V2 is definitely one of my favorite New Balance shoes. I just love the shape and look of it. It's more of a low profile sneaker than the 2002 or the 1906, and it's actually one of my daily beaters. I literally wear those pairs all the time. You get a lot of extras with this shoe, like this cool pink dust bag. I'm pretty sure I don't own a pink dust bag. And as far as the shoes itself, my first impression was like, oh my god, these are super loud. You got these bright pinks, metallic purples, and some metallic blues as well. Like, this is a statement sneaker, and honestly, I don't really know how I feel about them. Like, you either really like them or you don't. Like, this is a pretty outrageous colorway, and having these in hand, I don't know, I'm a bit undecided. The laces are done in white and they have a purple trim as well, and then the lace aglets are done in like a lime green color, and as well you have this lime green insole. And also the shoe comes with this shroud that you can actually cover the laces with, which really doesn't serve any functional purpose whatsoever. It's just kind of there for visual reasons. You can pull down the zipper if you just want to see the laces, I suppose. It's a pretty useless accessory in my opinion, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think about that? You also get a ridiculous amount of extra laces with this pair. Lime green, pink, white, several options to choose from. And as far as sizing goes, I definitely had to go with my true size on this one. That's what I fit the best on 860 V2s. For some people, you guys say that they do fit quite big, especially in the toe area. So I know some of you guys go down half a size in the 860 V2, as well as the 2002, as well as the 1906R. So stick with your normal New Balance size in that case. For me, that is to go true to size. I love the 860s, man. Like, really, this is one of my favorite New Balance models. And when it comes to all of these models that have this energy midsole here, the 860 V2 is my favorite one. I gotta be honest with this collab. In pictures, I thought that it looked a lot better than it did in person. Once I have these in hand, to me, they're just maybe a bit too loud. I'm just not really feeling the colors on here, especially that metallic purple. To me is just a bit much, but that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments, guys. What do you guys think about the Upthere Store New Balance 860 V2? Were you thinking about grabbing a pair? Resale prices are honestly not too bad, so definitely if you wanted one, they're in reach. And lastly, we got easily the loudest sneaker in this video. Yeah, even louder than that Upthere Store collab. That is the recent pair between Amine, the rapper based out of Portland, and also New Balance on the 740. This is not a New Balance model that I really knew too much about. It does, from a looks point of view, look very similar to the 530s, but it seems like New Balance is really trying to push this model as we close out this year, because we have had a lot of different GR colorways drop, and also some other collabs. I heard that Concepts will be dropping one. This is the second collab between Amine and New Balance after the first one, which he did on the 610s. Big fan of Amine, by the way. I am still bumping that Kid Amine album nonstop. Well, this collab is being called Benson Tech, which is named after the high school that Amine went to, and that is where he started his musical journey. And the colors on this shoe basically represent the colors of his school. And as with his previous collab, there's a lot of detail that went into the shoe. Starting off with the box, it looks like, you know, the outside of a school locker. You know, you put a lot of stickers on your locker, and on the inside of the box, I noticed that it's actually a laptop keyboard, which is interesting. And the colorway on the shoe, this colorway is just wild. wild. Like, I didn't realize just how vibrant that blue is, but it is a very bright blue. And the leather on the shoe, now I'm not sure if this is the same type of leather they use on all 740s, but this leather feels really thick. The quality of materials on the shoe definitely seems better than the 530s, which was the other shoe that I would put in this category of New Balance. We'll have a look at the laces. They're not your regular style laces. You get these hiking style laces which have a pull tab on it. And also have a look at that outsole, a pretty cool looking outsole. It has Amine's, I guess, signature or his logo at the bottom there. And it is of course a very loud orange outsole. I mean, this sneaker, if you like loud sneakers, this is the one for you. I already thought his previous collab was super loud with those yellow and brown tones, and he took it a whole nother level, I think, with this pair. My first time trying on the 740 on feet, I have to say it's a very, very comfortable shoe. It features the Absorb technology, which is the same technology you get on a lot of the 900 series New Balance shoes, which do sell for a much higher price point. That's the good thing about the 740 V2. The prices are quite low. So the retail price on this pair was 130 euros, and I believe in the US it was $130. Way lower than the 900 series, yet you are getting the Absorb technology here. So I did find them very comfortable. However, these do fit big, and I don't normally say that about most New Balance sneakers, but it turns out the 998, which I talked about earlier, and this pair, they're definitely big. So I would go a half size down. Even if you have wide feet, half size down in the 740s seems to be the way to go. I have absolutely no idea how I would style a pair like this, what outfit to wear them with, but like always, I love if you guys would tag me in whatever outfits you're wearing on your Instagram. Tag me in them because I want to see how you're styling these. My honest opinion of the shoe, it's an interesting shoe to look at, but I think it's probably just for the Amine fans here, or people who went to this specific high school. This is not a shoe that really makes me want to say, oh, I can't wait to get those, I can't wait to style those. And also just this model, the 740, it goes into the same category for me as the 530, another model that I'm not the biggest fan of, mainly because I just don't really like this gap in the middle here. It's quite a big gap between the front part of the midsole and the back half. And to me, I don't know, visually, I'm just not a big fan of how that looks. So yeah, not my favorite collab, but I do respect if you guys like this pair. Let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts about this shoe. Out of the 3 shoes I mentioned in this video, which was your favorite? Also let me know if you do enjoy these types of videos where I'm talking about multiple shoes in the same video. And as usual, thank you guys so much for supporting the content and watching this channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.